everyone, welcome back. Severed is here, coming back with part 5 of What If Deku was Mr. Negative. Now, where we last left off, Izuku were meeting with a couple new other, members that Shinra has meet up in the black market, which are three other, new recruits. The first one is named, Tech, and she looking like this. Her quirk giving her the ability to fuse the technology into her body and also to make robot by simply touching the technology that she have. As she join into Izuku, and the second one, which is Soul, his quirk give him the ability to control any soul that he collect from someone body after killing them. Of course, he can also make one of his souls go into someone body and control it for him and things like that. And the last one, which is of course Tori, her quirk giving her the ability to transform into tiger and give her a tiger appearance, like a white and a black hair and some ears and also a tail. She also have such a strong senses, and she can turn her hand into claws and jump very fast and things like that. As Izuku meet up with all these three people, and after he going back into the hideout, he decided to go back into his home. As after that he wake up in the morning and Enku telling him good morning and everything. Izuku hearing a knock on the door, as he see in front of the door Tori wearing a skull uniform saying hello Izuku-kun. As here's where I'm gonna continue. As Izuku said, hello, but who are you? As Tori said, oh, my name is Tori, nice to meet you. As Izuku said, nice to meet you, but I really don't know who you are, and how do you know my name? As Tori said, is your mom at home? I want to meet her. As Inko said, Izuku, who's on the door? As Inko seeing in front of her a girl that with a white hair and black, a white and black hair and a blue eyes. As she said, oh, Izuku, who's that girl? As Tori said, hi, Miss Inko, my name is Tori and I am Izuku-kun friend. So, can I come in? As Izuku said, what? I really don't know her. As Inko said, oh, Izuku, you keeping a friend from me a secret? Why would you do that? As Izuku said, it's really not like this, mom. As he go closer into his mother, Tori getting this chance and got into the house. As she said, you have a very nice place, Miss Inko. Is that black? As she go at him and start, rubbing her head against his face, like just playing with the wolf. As she said, he's so cute, much more cuter than I thought. Izuku told me about his name. As Izuku said, I don't even know you. As Tori said, did you actually forget? As Izuku said, forgot what? As Tori said, oh come on Izuku, you can't forget me, right? As Izuku said, please, can you please explain to me what's happening here? As Inko just laughing, chuckling to herself while she looking at this. As Tori said, alright, don't you remember last night you saved my life? Which is actually basically a lie. She doesn't want to tell Inko about Izuku's secret because in the last part, Mr. Negative, or Izuku Negative form, told them to act like they don't know him, but of course Tori will not listen to him. As Izuku said, so I saved you? I don't remember that. As Tori said, oh really, you don't remember? On the jewelry shop I was one of the people that were there. As Izuku said, wait, you were one of them? As Tori said, yeah, thank you for what you did to me. After that, I told you that to go to drink something as a thank you. You agreed to that and introduced me to your wolf, and we became friends. As Izuku said, I really don't remember that part. As Tori said, oh come on, please. As she looking at him using her one of her abilities, which is cuteness. I just give her that. When she look into someone's eyes directly, that person will gonna feel bad for her, or fall into her effect, and he will gonna try to make her happy by any way. As Izuku said, "Oh, yeah, you're right." As Tori said, "All right, how about we go out, eat something, maybe drink something?" As Izuku said, "I really can't because I have a school today." As Tori said, "Really?" As Inko said, "But you can eat the breakfast with us because we didn't eat it yet." As Izuku, looking at his mother saying, "Mom, not like this." As Inko said, "Oh, come on. I won't let this cute girl just leave the place that easily. And you still owe me some explaining here, Izuku." As Izuku said, "Mom, it's not like that. Please just leave her go." As Tori said, "Well, I'm kinda hungry and I really want to, stay here for a little bit." As, Inko said, "Well, honey, you can stay here for a little bit. What do you want on breakfast?" As Tori said, "Anything is will be good." As Izuku said, "Just give me anything." And after that, they just eat the breakfast. Tori just talking, asking some questions. Inko seeing how funny she is and how energetic, or how can I say it? Let's just say straightforward, or some filled with energy. As Inko, while she that happening, she whispering into Izuku here, saying, "So, is this your girlfriend, Izuku?" As Izuku blushing heavily, saying, "It's not like that, Mom." As Inko said, alright, we will gonna talk about this later, but you need to go into your school." As Izuku said, "Alright. Sorry, Mom, sorry, Tori, I need to leave." As Tori said, really? That fast?" As Izuku said, "Don't you have your own school to go to?" As Tori said, "Yeah, but my school is quite a little bit late, not in this time. So how about we walk together?" As Izuku said, "Fine, just please make it quick." As Tori, jumped from her chair and said, "Thank you." And after that, they start walking together. Of course, Black still with Izuku. As Tori said, "Do you always take your wolf with you into the school?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, Black will not gonna leave me that easily. He always find me in a weird way." As Tori said, "Well, you are very lucky to have such a great, partner, partner like him, Izuku-kun." As Izuku said, "What is this Izuku-kun thing?" or something like that. As Tori said, "I just like to call you that." "What? Isn't it cute enough? Should I call you Izu or something like that?" As Izuku said, "No, please just go for Izuku-kun is better." As Tori said, "Alright. So, can we go out in the, to eat something, to drink something, or maybe even go dance into some sort of bar or something like that?" As Izuku said, "What are you talking about?" As Tori said, "Sorry, sorry, I just, enjoy myself a little bit too much." As Izuku finally got into UA after what felt like 2 years of just walking. As he said, "Well, see you around, Tori." As Tori said, "Alright, see you around, Izuku-kun." As she just leave the place. Izuku gone into a just wondering what was that. It was, seriously random. Very random thing to happen with him. And after that, when he got, start walking into the walls of UA, he hear a sound from behind saying, "So, you got yourself a new girlfriend?" As Izuku looking behind, he see O'Neil just leaning against the wall, smiling at Izuku, saying, "Come on, don't lie on me, I'm her friend." As Izuku said, she's not my girlfriend, for God's sake. Why everyone thinking like that?" As O'Neil said, "I don't know. Maybe because she's looking so cute and she were just throwing at you, questions like machine gun." As Izuku said, "I really don't know where she came from or why she just start acting with me that funny. But O'Neil, can I ask you a question?" As O'Neil said, "Sure thing, what is it?" As Izuku said, "Do you remember seeing a girl with a black and white hair in the jewelry shop last night?" As O'Neill said, I don't know. But the only thing that I remember that we got these cool watches. As he showed him the watch, Izuku said, yeah, the watches. Where's Kirishima right now? As he hears a sound from behind saying, yo, I'm here. As Izuku and Kirishima and, O'Neill just go into the building, and after that, all of them just sit down. As Aizawa come into the class and said, well, good morning, class. Today we will gonna do something special. And for this exam, I will not be the one that will gonna teach you. But as they start hearing a loud noise from the corridor of from the hall, as the door bust open, revealing All Might saying, I am here, coming through the door like a normal person. As everyone starts getting excited, Izuku and, O'Neill and Kirishima are just sitting down, not really that much of screaming, as, All Might said, ha ha ha. Well, good morning, class. Today we will gonna do something special, something different. We will gonna do a heroes versus villains exam, but before anything, you should all wear your hero outfits, as after that, everyone get out of the class and go into the changing room. As of course, Kirishima wearing his hero outfit. O'Neill really not for hero outfit. He just looking normal, just wearing his black and purple jacket or whatever. Izuku hero outfit, well, is basically a suit. What do you expect from Mr.Negative? Seriously, as Izuku really not if activating his negative form so he doesn't lose control over himself. As everyone, standing in the fake city A, and All Might said, well, student, they say the clothes make the pros, and right now you're looking like true heroes. As Ida raising his hand up saying, All Might, what will be the exam that we will gonna do today? As All Might said, it will be such an easy task. Just like I said, an heroes versus villains exam, but instead of fighting robots, you will gonna fight against each other. And that will gonna be randomly. Because sometime you doesn't know who is the person that you will gonna work with, and you really need to get ready into a situation like this. And after that, All Might, taking two names, as he said, well, for the hero teams, it will be Izuku Midoriya and Kirishima against Katsuki Bakugo and O'Neill. As after that, everyone, Izuku and Kirishima getting ready, as O'Neill getting into the building with Bakugo. After that, when they finally got into the building, Izuku and Kirishima preparing a plan. Izuku telling him that he will gonna take care of Bakugo while he will gonna take care of O'Neill. After that, Izuku got into the building with Kirishima as they see Bakugo rushing at them full speed. But when Izuku, after that, Izuku just throwing his negative power on the ground, making like a wall of negative energy. As Bakugo crashed into the wall, and after that, he fall on his, back. He got hold of himself and just go right through the wall and throw explosion at Izuku. As Izuku said, Kirishima, go there. As Kirishima said, alright. And after that, Izuku said, well, Bakugo, looks like we were gonna fight. As Bakugo is not talking. As Izuku said, why is he not talking? And after that, Bakugo go at Izuku with the right hook. Izuku, dodging into the left, but Bakugo was expecting this and using his left arm, throwing explosion at Izuku, sending him into the wall. After that, he start, flying at Izuku, throwing another explosion. Izuku immediately taking his sword out, because he have a sword and a gun in his hero outfit. He take his sword out and engulf it with his negative power, and after that, he just throw like a slash of energy at Bakugo explosion, making a little explosion between them. After that, Izuku going at Bakugo start throwing slashes while Bakugo After that, he started throwing slashes at Bakugo while Bakugo dodging some of them, but he got slashed by a couple of them as Izuku immediately throw a beam of energy at Bakugo, throwing him into the wall. Bakugo still for some weird reason not speaking as Izuku said, "Why the hell aren't you speaking? I was thinking that you were gonna tell me that you enjoyed this and you always waited for something like this." As Bakugo jump at Izuku and throw an explosion at him, Izuku putting his hand together, crossing his hand together to block the attack, and after that, he being thrown at the wall, still not using his negative form. As after that, he starts coughing and saying, "Damn it." As Izuku, looking behind Bakugo, he see Kirishima has come down. As Izuku said, "Kirishima, what are you doing here?" As after that, O'Neil go from behind saying, "He can't hear you, he's under my control." As Izuku said, "What?" And after that, O'Neil said, "Bakugo, explosion." As Bakugo throw another explosion at O'Neil. On Izuku. As Izuku dodging into the left and said, "You controlled Bakugo and Kirishima?" Now I know why Bakugo wasn't acting so cocky. As O'Neil said, "Yeah, you can hold yourself against one explosion, boy, but can you hold yourself against two?" As O'Neil started doing some firecrackers in his arms while he just hardening his body, making his bones much more stronger so he can throw much more stronger explosions. As he going at Izuku start flying, but he being not having a lot of experience with Bakugo quirk, he sent too much power, obliterating the wall of that Izuku right now behind of. As O'Neil seeing in front of him saying, "Shit, Izuku." As after that, when the smoke clears, all what he see is Izuku looking like, this in his negative form, just not smiling, crossing his hand together while the wall behind of him has just been destroyed. As Izuku said, "How annoying. You have such a great quirk, but..." As Izuku immediately dashes at Bakugo and got hold of his face. As after that, he starts using his abilities on Bakugo, which is Corrupted Touch. He can control anyone that he touch his head with. As after that, he, using his Corrupted Touch, immediately make Bakugo for, like one of his followers, and also, breaking the control of O'Neil upon him. As Izuku said, "Bakugo, take care of Kirishima." And after that, Bakugo going to take care of Kirishima, while Izuku gonna take care of O'Neil. As O'Neil said, well, well, well. Look what we have here, the corrupted man himself. So, are you finally..." As before he continue, Izuku taking his gun out and start shooting as O'Neil. O'Neil hardening his body. After that, Izuku taking his gun out and start shooting at O'Neil, as O'Neil hardening his quirk, his body to block this attack. After that, while Izuku's just shooting, Izuku getting closer and closer, and after that, he got hold of O'Neil's hand and flip him above his head and smash him into the ground. O'Neil raising his left hand and throw explosion at Izuku's face. Izuku didn't even flinch by this, as O'Neil said, "What the?" And after that, Izuku got hold of his head and smash him into the ground. And after that, he smashed him again, and a third time, and a fourth time, and fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, like 12 time into the ground, while O'Neil is just still hardening his body to protect himself. After that, Izuku lift him up from the ground. O'Neil tried to throw an explosion, but Izuku is so durable, he just doesn't get flinched by it, as he immediately smash his head into the wall, into the ground, and even smash his head into Kirishima face, as he, throw it at Bakugo, and after that, Bakugo just throwing an explosion at O'Neil, as Izuku got hold of his leg and start smashing him above his head, left and right, and in the end, he just throw him away, as Izuku taking his sword out and said, "Now, it's your time." As after that, before he sent the last strike, All Might screaming in the mic saying, "Villain team wins!" As Izuku suddenly just stopped using his, negative energy as he said, "What? What the?" And after that, Unil said, "Well, you're actually so strong, but you really need to work on your timing." As Izuku said, "Damn it. God damn. Well, that was a good fight. Let me heal you." As he just put his hand on O'Neill's shoulder and heal him, making the injuries that Izuku just did to him like they are not existed anymore. And Izuku just snap his fingers, releasing Bakugo from his control, as O'Neill just telling Kirishima that he's no longer need to serve him or something like that. As both of us, both of them are confused. O'Neill telling Bakugo that they win, but Bakugo is so mad because he didn't even get the chance to blow Izuku's face. Kirishima, getting a little bit sad, saying that he's sorry for not being able to fight against, O'Neill for a long time. As Izuku said, "Don't worry, it was my mistake. I needed to be the one that go after O'Neill. Your core giving you, making you force you to be in a close range combat. But me, I was able to throw some lasers, so it's my mistake. If I gone on after O'Neill, maybe that wouldn't happen in the start." As Kirishima said, "Don't worry, Izu bro. Well, next time we're gonna beat them." As Izuku and, go into the camera's room, everyone just talking. They considered O'Neill as the MVP for controlling Bakugo and, making Bakugo, since he wasn't wanting to, make a plan or something like that. O'Neill just throw at him some blood and controlled him to make things more, much easier. After that, everyone just leave the place as Izuku and O'Neill and Kirishima are just walking outside, while, of course, Black is still by Izuku's side. As O'Neill said, "Well, Izuku, how about we?" But before he continue, they hear a sound from front of them saying, "Izuku-kun, Izuku-kun." As after that, Izuku looking in front of him, he see, Tori jumping at him, hugging him, as she just pushing Izuku into the ground, as right now she on top of him saying, "Hey Izuku-kun," as Izuku blushing heavily saying, "Tori, what are you doing?" As he just pushed her off, as Tori said, "Sorry, I was just so excited. So, can we get out tonight?" As, Izuku said, "Sorry, but," as he was about to say that O'Neill and Kirishima want to go with him, but when he look around, he see that O'Neill and Kirishima has already blitzed off. As Izuku in his mind said, "Seriously, guys, what happened to the fucking ultimate, three ultimates or some shit like that, leaving me with her?" As, Tori said, "Well, looks like your friends has left, so how about we go out tonight? What do you say about this?" As Izuku said, "Fine, fine. Alright." As after that, Tori just jumped in the air from happiness, saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, let's go. I have a very beautiful place to go to." As after that, she got hold of Izuku's arm and started dragging him with her. As she take Izuku into, a zoo, as Izuku looking around saying, "This is a very good, beautiful zoo." As, Tori said, "Do you like animals? I like all kind of animals. Wolves, lions, big cats, white tigers, and jaguar and things like that. Do you like them?" As Izuku said, "I only like black." As he start petting Black on his head. As, Tori said, "Well, if you like wolves, how about you go into the wolf cage and, make some new friends?" As Izuku said, "Is this even, allowed to us to do that?" As, Tori said, "Oh, come on, my father is taking care of this place. Don't worry." As Izuku said, "Your father is the owner of this place?" As Tori said, "Yep, I can get inside any cage I want." As, "Alright, let's go there." As she point on, the white tiger cage. As Izuku and, Tori just get inside. And also Black. As, Tori said, "Hey, hey Susie, hey Mina, hey Fred, how are you today? As they all of them just jumping at Tori and start licking her face as Tori pushing them off and starts, rubbing her head against their faces. Just like how, just rubbing her face with them, doing some tiger moves and things like that. As Izuku said, I feel out of the place here. As Tori said, oh come on, don't worry, they're not biting you. As Tori said, all right, Fan, go at Izuku and go at Izuku-kun and tell him how much you love him. As after that, Fan immediately, or the white tiger that Tori named him Fan, he just jumped at Izuku and start licking his face. Izuku said, that actually quite feel nice. Alright, fans, stop this. Stop this already. As Izuku continues saying, alright, this is too much. Just stop this. As, Tori just told the other tigers to go at Izuku, start licking their Izuku face. As Izuku said, alright, this is too much. Tori told you, tell your white freaking tigers to leave me. As Tori said, sorry, I don't have any control on them. As Izuku said, you're the one that told them to come at me. As Tori said, what were you saying? As after that, after Tori finally enjoying seeing Izuku being under the tigers for a little bit, she just told them to leave Izuku, as Izuku's face is just covered in, as Izuku said, I will gonna have to go into taking a shower after this. As Tori said, well, right now you're smelling just like the tiger right now. As Izuku said, is this some sort of, I don't know if this a good thing or not. As Tori said, well, of course this is a good thing, because when you smell like tiger, a white tiger, the tigers will not gonna attack you, seeing you as one of them. As Izuku says, seriously? As Tori said, yeah, of course. Well, how about we go into the wolf cage? As they just go into the wolf cage, taking Black with them. Black just, having new friends. Izuku just petting some of the wolves there. In the end, Izuku and Tori start going through, the zoo, meeting with the tigers, the lions, and things like that. And after that, getting on top of an elephant and just, going with it in a little arena or something like that. As after that, Izuku and, Tori just sitting on a bench. It's right now, nighttime, as Tori leaning her head on Izuku's shoulder and said, that was so funny. I enjoyed my day with you today, Izuku-kun. As Izuku said, yeah. Although I really wasn't expecting to have this much fun, it was actually kinda, good to see animals. As Tori said, yeah. So, what do you want to do now? As Izuku said, I really just want to go into my house and sleep. As Tori, getting excited because she know what that means. As she said, alright, let's go. I'm gonna walk you to your home. As Izuku said, thank you. And after that, Tori just walking with Izuku into his home. And after that, Tori just leave him there. When Izuku sleep, he, stand up, transforming into his negative form. As negative Izuku said, well, I'm gonna talk with Tori about what she did today. But, White, come on, let's go. As White just, bark at Izuku. And after that, Izuku taking his, suit and get out of the house. And after that, he got into the hideout as he see, everyone just sitting down. Tech is she's just playing with the technology around of her. Soul is just trying to make new friends with the inner demons in Izuku. The inner demons, those the people, they are not really important, just the inner demons, not the main team. As Izuku seeing Shinra and Ben is just fighting in the arena, and after that, Tori jump in front of his face saying, hey boss, how was your day? As Izuku said, didn't I told you not to go after me? As Tori said, sorry, I just couldn't hold myself. I want to enjoy a nice day with you because you're really looking so cute. So, can we do it tomorrow? Or maybe after tomorrow, please? As Izuku said, if you did this again, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Tori. As Tori said, alright, I'm gonna try to, not follow you all around. As Izuku said, you better do because if my mother saw you again, I'm gonna have to kill you. As Tori said, alright, and this is I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what they think about this part, and what they think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.